Hey y'all, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. So this morning I woke up and I had no voice. I went to bed last night and had a little bit of a cough and just kind of felt a little weird. And then I woke up and just couldn't talk. And I don't have a fever or anything. I don't feel sick. I just don't have a voice. So I decided to take a shower and use one of these like Vapo shower things, and it really does help. But I think it would help more if you didn't have an open shower like mine. So that's why I went ahead and did a walkthrough of my shower so you could see like it's all the way open. So if you are buying a house or building a house or whatever and you're trying to think of how you want your bathroom to be, it's really nice to have a big open walk-through shower, but at the same time, like, you don't get that same steamy effect that you would in another shower. So anyways, I still have a little bit of cough, so I'm sorry if I sound a little funny. But this day, I got up thinking I was going to just have a full day and knock a bunch of stuff off of my list, my to-do list. And my body just was not having it. I knew that I needed to take care of myself a little bit, hence the title of this video, self-care. So I just took the time out to take a nice hot shower, do some skincare, wash my hair, which I usually only wash my hair once or twice a week. And I try to do it on Saturday night so that it's fresh for Sunday morning for church. But I felt so weird today. I just decided to go ahead and take my everything shower, my long shower, and it felt amazing. So I'm just putting on all of my skincare so that I can look like a glazed donut before I put on my makeup and try to combat some of this dry weather that we're having. So you guys, let me know, how is this weather affecting you? Are you feeling under the weather? Are you dealing with sickness after sickness? I know that we just had the vid over Christmas. And so I thought, you get sick once and you think, okay, like that was me paying my dues. I'm good for a while. Like maybe I won't be sick again for a while. And then you could get under the weather again and you're like, dang, I was just thinking I was going to get everything under control and now I'm slowing me down a little bit. So I'm just having to give myself a little bit of grace and give my body some grace, just have a little bit of rest time and taking care of me time. But it is nice because my husband's been home a lot more with the weather, and it's just been us and our friends and our kids hanging out at the house, and that is not something that we have a lot of time for usually whenever we're having to deal with the daily grind of work and activities and errands. Like when you're forced to be at home and you can't really get out on the road, it just really is nice to take that time to enjoy your family and do things that you wouldn't normally have time to do. I've also noticed, though, that I always have this running to-do list of things that I want to get done, and on the normal day-to-day, I'm just like, dang, I wish I had all this time to get all this stuff done. And then you get iced in and that to-do list is the last thing you want to do. So you have all this time on your hands, and it's like the couch is calling your name. Like for some reason, you just don't want to get up and do it. And it's like, I finally have this time, but where's the motivation? It's like the motivation and the time never happen at the same time. So is it just me, or can y'all relate? Now I'm just blow drying my hair really quick, and this is actually the Dyson Airwrap that my husband got for me a couple years ago, and I was so excited about it. I had seen the advertisements all over the place and just really wanted to try it, and it has been an awesome product. But I have also heard that a lot of people have tried other brands that are a little more affordable and that they love those. So if you've tried those, what do you think? Is the Dyson Airwrap worth it, or are the other ones just as good? I actually usually would steer more towards my traditional air dryer that I had always used, only because I was more used to it. So that's just what I would gravitate towards. But I left it at an Airbnb while we were on vacation, and I was really sad about it because my mom had actually gotten it for me for Christmas one year. But I was like, you know what, it's okay, like I can't find it, I'll just use my Dyson. And it's kind of forced me to use it, which is a good thing because then I'll get my money's worth out of it. But what do you guys think? Like, is it worth it? Because if my friends ask me about it and want to know if it's worth it, I mean, I love it, but I haven't tried anything else. So if you tried something else and you have a good review or a good comparison, just let me know so that I know. Testing. I think my voice came back. Those shower things work. I'm afraid to talk too much though, because I'm afraid it might leave me again. We've been trapped in the house and we're going to the grocery store today. So I feel like I need a little bit of makeup because it's like a big deal. Like we're going out on the town, getting some milk. And some dog food. We got desperate and had to feed them the hedgehog food. Which, if you want to know what hedgehogs eat, maybe I'll do a whole video just on him. Let me know if you have questions about that. Did you paint a picture?
Yeah.
What's it look like?
I'm going to show you something. Close your eyes, okay?
Okay. So it's 1:30 on Friday. My au pair is done for the week because she ran out of hours. So we have the kids just to ourselves for the rest of the weekend. And if any of you guys are interested in learning more about that, I'd be happy to explain the process and how like our week looks with her, how we handle like going on trips, like if she goes with us, if she stays home, how long she can stay here, the legal process, all that. So if you have any questions about there, just leave them below and I'll kind of know what to talk about. My mom used to do that. She would look in the mirror and go. It's funny how we turn into our parents. I was finished getting ready. I just went ahead and made a little meatball wrap for lunch. Okay, so I don't know how well you can see this, and I'm sorry if you can hear my puppy whining in the background. But I'm just gonna show you how I will log my lunch today. So I'm just gonna go to lunch. This is MyFitnessPal, and then these are all things that I've put in here before. So I'm going to go to the frozen meatballs, and I had 4 of them. So I'm just going to change that to 4. And it says food logged. So then I also had, let's see, it's hard to see going through this. I also had one of these tortilla wraps with it. So where are you? I'm gonna add that in there. And then I had a little bit of Mexican cheese, not Mexican cheese, I had mozzarella cheese. So I'm just gonna go back up here and search it and put mozzarella, shredded cheese. Okay, so it was probably Kraft, and the serving size is 1/4 cup. I probably had like 1/8 cup, so I'm gonna change it to 1/2 of that, and that'll change it to 1/8 cup. And so then when I go back here to my lunch, it'll have the meatballs, the wrap, and the mozzarella. I just had barely any. I guess I could add the sauce, so I'll just put Prego, which I usually try to do Rao's because it has less sugar, but I had Prego today because it was on sale. So I'm just gonna put 2 tablespoons. And then when I go back here, I have my goals. So if you are wanting to count macros, you can find someone that will do it professionally for you so that you can have them customized to what you need. So I still have 186 carbs, 26 grams of fat, and 77 grams of protein left for the day, and 1,300 calories. And my main goal is to stay under these calories and to make sure that I get my protein within 10 grams. And then I try to stay to where the carbs and the fat are where they're supposed to be, but if it's a little off there, it's not as big of a deal as long as I get my protein and stay around my calorie range. As you can tell, my voice is still a little crackly, but my dog's isn't. So I just went ahead and made myself some peppermint tea and put some honey in it to try to help with this hoarseness. Let me close his door. So we're crate training him. He is not completely house trained yet, but he's doing really well. But my kids usually have like quiet time in the afternoon, and so I kind of try to get him to have quiet time in the afternoon, but he doesn't always listen or want to. But anyways, so as far as the macro stuff go, I don't even know how I got onto this, but I had like talking about this today, but I had somebody ask me about it, so I just thought I'd talk about it a little bit. So I started counting macros probably 1.5 to 2 years ago, and I was kind of on and off with it. I lost some weight, and then just kind of went through some hard things in life. And you know, sometimes when you're stressed out and you just want some comfort, like you just want some carbs, you just want to not think about what you're eating, not track your protein, and just do what feels good in the moment. And so I wound up gaining most of my weight back. And so last year in around September, I was just like, you know what, like enough is enough. I need to get moving again and just better my health, because like not only did it affect the way I felt about myself physically, but just my mental health. Like I just feel like I'm in a much better headspace when I'm have the intention of caring for myself and not putting myself last. So I got a personal trainer, which was awesome. I was going 3 days a week, and I could tell that I was getting stronger. And it just kind of kept me motivated and was just something fun, like to have some girl time. Okay, it's the next day. I kind of got interrupted yesterday while I was talking, but I'll just pick up where I left off. So yeah, going to the gym, having a trainer was really helpful for me. My trainer isn't training anymore, so now I just go to the gym and take classes, and it is so good for me just to like be around other women, and they're also encouraging, and like I don't even know them, but I just go in, and like the presence of everybody being there just taking care of themselves is so nice, and it's so good for my mental health. And so like even if I never lost another pound, like I would still keep working out and moving my body, because I'm finally at that point in my life where it's like medicine and it just makes me feel so good. And I just really hope to be that model for my kids, that like you take care of yourself, not because of pressures from anybody else or for how you want to look, but just because your body is a temple, your body is a blessing. It helps you do all the things that you want to do in life. It allows you to spend time with your family. It allows you to experience new things. And so we need to love on it and we need to take care of it. And so even now, right now, when I'm not feeling my best, and it's easy to get caught up in your New Year's resolutions and wanting to reach your goals, and feeling that pressure for your progress to be linear. And then you've hit bumps in the road, like when you don't feel well and you can't have as hard of a workout, or your house isn't as clean as you wanted it to be, or whatever the goal is, to just remember that there's always going to be bumps in the road. Progress is not linear. It's going to be like this, but always doing your best to work on yourself, take care of yourself, mentally, physically, whatever, and just giving yourself grace when you go through hard times, and knowing that just because you take some steps back, you shouldn't see it as steps back. It's just knowing that those things are going to happen. It's going to be part of it. You have to account for it and keep going, and don't get discouraged. And it's easy for all of us to get discouraged. And I mean, I do not have my life together, so I don't know if this is even helpful for anyone. But if it is and you're in the same boat as me, like, you're not alone. And I'm just trying to raise my kids to look in the mirror and love themselves, no matter if they've gained a few pounds, if they've lost a few pounds, if their hair is dry from the weather, whatever it is. Because I've gone through times in my life where I have gained weight, I've had health problems, I've had stuff going on in my life, and it's very hard to, but in those moments, I've made that choice to love myself and to look at myself the way that I feel my mom would look at me, which is, you're not where you want to be right now, but that's okay, and I love you, and you're worthy, and you're valuable. And so if we're talking about self-care, taking care of ourselves, I think that's something that we all need to keep in mind. And I hope that you're all keeping that in mind right now. If you're dealing with sickness from all this cold weather, if you're not where you want to be with your goals, no matter what it is, you're worthy, you're valuable, you're beautiful where you are right now. And you can still have goals and want to make progress and still think that you're valuable and think that you're beautiful, because you are. That's the truth. Don't fall for the lies that you're not, because you are. So anyways, that's my little quick self-care video, just because I needed it. I needed to take some time and to remind myself that it's all okay. We're just trying our best, and our best is our best, and that's good enough. So I love you guys. I hope that you have an awesome weekend, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.